with all my whole heart. I will recount all of your wonderful deeds. I will be glad and exalt in you. I will sing praise to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before your presence. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. For you have maintained my just cause. You have sat on the throne, giving righteous judgment. You have rebuked the nations. You have made the wicked perish. You have blotted out their name forever and ever. The enemy came to an end in everlasting ruins. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. I will give thanks to the Lord with all my whole heart. I will recount all of your wonderful deeds. I will be glad and exalt in you. I will sing praise to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before your presence. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know your name put have sat on the throne, giving righteous judgment. You have rebuked the nations. You have made the wicked perish. You have blotted out their name forever and ever. The enemy came to an end in everlasting ruins. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. I will give thanks to the Lord with all my whole heart. I will recount all of your wonderful deeds. I will be glad and exalt in you. I will sing praise to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before your presence. The Lord is a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble, and those who know your name put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. For you have maintained my just cause. You have sat on the throne, giving right.
Yeah, I see him over there. There's a
He's got his phone charger cable across the mixer,
mixer.
here. And there's an Asian beetle walking on it like
Get
it's a
off here.
tightrope.
Hey,
Careful,
everybody.
it doesn't go into the SD drive.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, it's Brad
And I'm Krista.
with the Big Family Homestead, and I am keeping an eye on that little.
Oh my goodness.
If you guys don't know what an Asian beetle is, they look very similar to ladybugs.
They're a little more of a burnt orange.
Yeah,
And they bite.
I guess they do bite.
They bite and they stink when you squish them.
Yeah, so they're the lesser
nasty.
they're the lesser liked
Yes.
cousins.
They were introduced
of the
to this
ladybugs.
region by the DNR and they have just overwhelmed the area.
And they don't go away.
They don't do anything. They have no predator.
There's 1, 2, 3,
nothing.
4.
We have probably 30 in this room right now. Yeah.
And you can suck them up with the vacuum cleaner, and it doesn't do much good.
No, because then they're...
So
if you don't get rid of them outside, they come right back.
See how we've already gone on a rabbit trail, and we haven't even started.
No.
Let's try that again. Hey, everybody. It's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With a Big Family Homestead. Yay! The crowd goes wild.
Crowd is wild.
Crowd goes wild.
So they're watching us. They are wild.
Yeah. So. We have quite a good amount of stuff to share with you tonight.
And things.
Stuff and things.
Yes.
And a lot of good news stories. We've got some crazy buns. We're going to share with you some buns. And I mean toasty buns. What? You want to give them a preview or?
No, you brought it up.
We're going to just wait. Just wait.
You asked me.
Okay.
Put peppermint in the rooms. Okay.
Yeah.
The Asian beetles.
You know, I've heard that works with spiders. I don't know if it'll work with these guys.
It works with mice too.
Oh, and we have no internet. Thank you, Elon Musk. All right, it's back. See, that was going to be a thing. We were going to tell you guys how it's working, if it's working.
And then it went.
Yeah, so the update on the Starlink internet is it works great sometimes, and then sometimes it just stops.
I think it's going from one satellite to another when it stops.
It's possible, but the trick is, truth be told, for most users, it would be perfect.
Oh, it's great.
It'd be great.
It's great.
The only reason why we have issues is just because of the live streaming. And it's got to have a consistent signal, so...
Yep.
So, good news stories. We got, oh my gosh, there's some interesting things here tonight. And, of course, the prepper games. Everybody knows and loves the prepper games. And, boy, oh boy, the bun reveal is going to be quite the thing. That's what happens when YouTube says it's not getting anything for a little bit.
Okay.
It's still going.
It looks like it. I mean, it's going on here.
We can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that said, you've been experimenting. Well, now's the part where we stall for a little bit and try to get more people in before we start sharing the good news. So, stuff that you've been doing this week, you've been experimenting with new food dishes.
Yes, new breads. I'm expanding my horizons.
You watch that one channel.
Well, I watch several channels. I don't watch several channels. I watch several food videos. Okay. If it's bread, I'll probably watch it, if it's got an interesting picture. And so today I decided to try one.
Oh, do tell.
Yes. So I decided to try one. We've dropped a lot of frames.
I know, so I'm going to try that again.
No, don't click exit.
I'm not. I'm not.
So this particular bun was very tedious to deal with. Took a long time to make 12 buns, but they're really, really pretty.
They're pretty, but
not so tasty.
Truth be told, they don't taste as good as your other breads.
No, they really don't have a lot of flavor. I think I need to add more salt or something. I did actually double the salt from the recipe, and it still wasn't
really
enough. I did. It only asked for a teaspoon of salt.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I think I probably should have tripled it.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I think people overseas don't like their food as salty as we do.
Maybe. Maybe.
I know you always add salt to food I make.
I have a bad habit with that. Yeah. That's true. No,
I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. He doesn't do it before he tastes it.
Not anymore. It used to be that way. It used to be that way, but not so much anymore. Better. So any gluten issues? Not with us, guys.
We don't have any gluten issues.
Yeah.
We don't eat. I try new bread recipes. I make bread probably once a week.
Yeah.
As I don't make bread every day. We use a lot of tortillas. And
our doctor said we need to be cutting back on the amount of bread that we
do
eat.
Need to cut back on gluten. And so we have not eliminated gluten, but we have cut back on gluten.
Right.
So we, like I said, I make bread once a week, and it's as a treat with dinner or something like that. But
it's comfort food.
Yeah, we don't have sandwiches for lunches. We have leftovers, and if we have pasta, we have a little bit of pasta. So we're not on any specific diet. We're just kind of cutting back on breads and things like that. So
and it's honestly mainly a health thing.
Yeah,
it is. So interesting. Somebody we gotcha today came across that artisan video, the artisan bread video we did 7 years ago.
Wow.
So welcome.
That's a long.
You're going to find out that our channel is not all about bread. As a matter of fact, that's one of the smaller things. Mm-hmm. It's all like self-reliance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
But bread is was one of the big things for us. You know, a lot of folks like to watch our bread recipes.
Yeah, and you're very good at it.
I am now. I didn't used to be. So, and I'm definitely not a baker. That's for sure.
Are you a candlestick maker?
No.
No?
I don't make candlesticks.
Okay.
No.
All right. So, and you tried a recipe that is in one of our cookbooks that you've been tweaking on it, and you haven't done it in a long time.
I haven't made it in a long time.
It was very good.
It was very good. That also needed a tad bit more salt, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it needed more dill, but tell them what it is.
Oh, yeah. It's the cheesy dill bread. And it's in the newest cookbook, and I'm drawing a blank on what it's called.
So if you make it, add a little more dill.
Yeah, if you make it, add in a little more dill.
It was really, really good. We had that with dinner tonight.
Yeah, it was really good. We had we took one of our hams out of the freezer that we grew.
Hold on one sec there, Mamacita. Mm-hmm. Do you guys ever hear of sous vide, cooking with sous vide?
That's what I was going to say.
Well, I know. I was just going to ask, get them typing. Does anybody ever cook your steaks or roasts or pork with sous vide? Type. Explain what it is.
Okay, sous vide is...
Wow.
Well, you're technically boiling your food, but it's in a vacuum-sealed bag.
So you're not boiling the food.
You're
just using the water as a heat source.
Right. Yeah, I know. I know. It's not. You're not boiling the ham, but it's in a vacuum seal bag. That's BPA free. You know. And then you cook it at a low temperature, and it's so in this bag I put some orange juice, brown sugar, just like a quarter of a cup of brown sugar. Very little brown sugar.
Because it permeates.
And then cinnamon. And I think I put a little too much cinnamon. When I put it in last night, I was like, "Oh, that's too much." But I thought it was okay.
It was okay. Yeah. It was a little hot.
Yeah.
But it was still tasty.
But I started cooking it last night.
SUV. I thought it was SUV cooking in a car.
No, it's sous vide. It's SOUSVIDE. It's a French sous vide.
I like the SUV idea better. You just put the ham on top of your radiator.
Oh, yuck.
Just drive around for a few hours.
So then today, when we got home from church, I took it out, put it into a casserole dish, and poured the liquid that was in the bag into the casserole, and then put it into the oven to let it kind of crisp up a little bit.
Just so you know, that Ryan guy, he's a friend of mine.
What did he say?
He's being a silly Billy.
Yeah, right.
He's got the extra colorful hearts. So anyway.
What a goob.
So if you see something from him, he's that weird cousin that you have.
We have known Ryan for 30 years.
He's the one with like the scab collection, and it's just he's different.
Stop.
We love him, but he's different.
Stop.
What?
Don't do that.
Well, he's going to come after me all
I
night
know.
now. You
I know.
he is.
I know he is. I know.
So it's
he
like
is.
I better get my jabs in while I can get them in.
Right, he's a goober.
He is a goober.
Oh, because I said that.
He is a goober. So okay,
anyway,
but
that's
the sous vide.
The sous vide, that's how we cooked it. We put it in there. It was frozen last night, and it was perfect today. I mean, you really only need to just heat it. Ham is already cooked, but so with that, I made a quick bread, and it's a cheesy dill bread, and there's cheese, obviously, and it's a Bisquick mix that I make. And
he's very.
Stop it.
He's very. I'm really. Stop. You saw the comments.
I know.
Oh boy.
Forget it.
It was good.
I'm out. You and Ryan can do the show. How's that?
Oh my gracious. There's not enough Xanax. No, I don't know. I'm teasing. Oh boy. And I meant for me. Nah, I meant for me. Anyway, so I had a fun encounter today at the gas station.
Oh, my heavens.
I came home and said, you know what? Why is it me that always meets the people that are just the weirdest, strangest people in the world? And it's always me. It's always me. I think they have like a radar, and they know that I'm going to tolerate nonsense, I guess. So this is what happened. I go to the gas station, and you put your card in so that you can prepay, right? Well, I accidentally pressed one of the wrong buttons for the credit or the debit number. So I hit cancel, take the card out, and I wait. Click, nothing happens. And then I wait, and I hit cancel again. Cancel.
So at this point, he's telling me the story. I asked him, well, did you get in your car and move to another pump?
And I said, no, because it said see cashier. And I thought, oh no, what if it's like something's wrong with the card or something like that? So I think, oh, whatever. So I go inside, and there's this girl here who I explained to her. I said, so this is what happened. And so I pulled the card out, and she goes, uh-huh. I'm explaining to her. She's, And I said, so I'd like to get some gas, but it's not letting me turn the pump on, so I think you guys got to turn the pump on. So, wait, but maybe you don't understand. I don't want to get gas here because I don't know how much I need to put in the tank. I want to pay for it out there so I can fill up the tank. It told me to see you, the cashier. So I can get gas out there. I think you need to reset the machine. Actually, it was Quick Trip. It was Quick Trip. And so I kid you not. I said, you need to reset the machine. And she goes, Again, I said, wait a minute, hold on. Because now I'm getting ready to be like, can I talk to your manager?
You're like, I'll deal with somebody else.
Yeah, this is a true story. So then, so I said, okay, time out. I said, time out. Because I'm trying to be really nice. I mean, we were just literally coming home from church. And, or I was.
Yeah.
And I said, well, does the machine reset itself over time? Guess what she said? I said, thank you. And I started to walk away. And the guy who was getting stuff for like candy and whatever next to me, he goes, whoa, like that. He watched the whole thing. He says, whoa.
He's telling me this at dinner. I'm glitching. I mean, I wasn't even there, and I'm glitching. Like,
yeah.
Why did you? There had to have been a hidden camera.
Yeah, no kidding there, Mike.
Oh, my goodness
Had
gracious.
to be. So that was fun today. Other stuff that's been going on lately is we are nowhere near spring.
No.
But we're anxious. And we've been...
Phoebe. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. How do you spell uh-huh? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it would be 2 A's. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Uh-huh. So...
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's not very kind.
No.
That's not very kind. So...
Yeah.
Personality of a slug.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I'm totally going to use that now.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Come on, tell me more. I'm going to be on her YouTube channel tomorrow, probably. That's pretty funny. So, yeah. So now that we've got the springtime bug, but it's not spring, we've been looking. I can't help it. When she gets like this, it's like Katie bar the door.
He told me to stop. I'm like, can't help it.
That's what I'm saying. Good luck. So here, I'll mute you. Shh. Anyway, no, we've been looking at greenhouses. Uh-huh. Oh, Ryan, thank you so much. My brother. See, this is the way you go. You have friends that you know you can just go ahead and dig at, and then they give you $2. I love that. Love that. Yeah, I have a feeling. Thank you, Christine. No. Oh, that was from, oh my gosh. You remember that cartoon? Teen Girl Squad. Christine, no. It's not you. It's from a cartoon. Anyway, so here's the other thing. We've been looking at greenhouses, and we found a company that's actually pretty affordable that we won't have to build the actual framework ourselves.
No, we won't have to build any of it. It comes as a kit.
Yeah.
And you put it together. Yeah, I do.
Does she reset over time? Way to go,
See?
Tinkerer's wife.
Started it again.
Okay, forget the greenhouse. I don't even care.
So it's been warm recently, and so that's making us want to grow stuff. And but there's still our raised beds are still covered in snow, and they're 2.5 feet deep.
Yeah, well, and that's not the ones that are the ones we cut in half from the totes.
Those are not covered in snow. They're
up to the top,
up to the this much, but.
So they're a good solid 3.5, 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah. So it's there's a lot of snow. It's gonna take a while for it to melt, but
it's moist.
It's yeah. Thanks, Luann. Appreciate that.
She's here to help you, baby. Mm-hmm. That snow. Look at me.
No.
I want to talk to you about snow.
No.
Come on, honey.
No. See, that's his fault.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Your voice sounds like you've been chain smoking for 10 years. Oh my gracious. Oh boy. Okay. Moving on. Let's talk about some buns, baby. Well, here. Let's just show. Let's show and tell.
Good.
Let's show.
You should do that.
Mom, so you have been laboring and sweating and slaving.
Literally, it's warm in the house today.
So should I peek down yet, or should you talk?
Go ahead.
Wait, should you talk or peek?
Peek.
Boom.
I was trying something new, and I wanted to see
really nice looking.
I wanted to see how they worked.
What kind of buns are those?
Just buns. They're just really pretty and twisted and layered, and they're not crescent rolls, but they are rolled out and then rolled up and then cut and twisted.
Wow.
It was very tedious.
I can see that. It looks like it was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work.
So you've already tasted one, though.
No, I haven't.
I thought you said you did.
No, I have not tasted it yet. I brought them up for you to be the guinea pig.
Well, you got to taste it because I got to hold the camera.
Okay.
All right,
But they're really hot. They just came out of the oven.
Well,
5 minutes ago. They're going to be really hot.
we'll pick off a little corner there.
All right.
You're going plain?
I'm plain.
Plain Jane. Just got some butter.
Okay. So really puffy.
Poofy?
Poofy. They're really hot.
Looks good, Mom.
I'm trying to break it open.
Is it kind of
Kinda
chewy-ish?
flaky. Yeah. Ouch. See how it's twisted? Oh, come on. It's really hot. So they're not, this was my first try at it. So I think they're pretty good for
First try?
first try, yeah.
What are they called?
I don't know. It was Turkish.
Turkish buns.
Yeah.
Well done. Now I can put this down and have a try.
Nice buns, baby.
Thanks.
They're homemade.
They're homemade.
Yeah.
See, oh,
Ooh, don't drop your seeds on my keyboard.
it didn't. It fell on the table. Oops. I think I made it blurry. Watch out.
That's all right.
Oh, see
Oh, my
how
gracious.
pretty those are?
Nice. Nice.
There you go.
She's figured out the ways of the force.
Yeah. So these were really tedious to make.
What do they call them?
I have no idea. I really have no
She
idea.
just finds random recipes and says, "I'm going to make that. I don't know what it is."
I'll see a pretty picture on a thumbnail on a YouTube video.
Pretty racing car.
Pretty racing car. And I'll look at the recipe. Sometimes they have the recipe in the link or in the description box, and so I'll look at that, and then I'll kind of I will watch the video with no sound and just see what they do. And because usually these bread recipes are from overseas, like a lot of them come up from Turkey and Germany, and so it's really kind of cool to see what they're making over there. And so yeah, I just watched it. I watched it a couple of times and thought I'd try it out.
To be honest, that looks stellar. It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah.
But your Amish white bread kicks its booty.
The taste of this was kind of bland. The texture of it was really nice. There's milk and egg whites in it, which was different, and then some oil. And so I will probably work with this to see if I can improve the flavor of it. Maybe give it a couple of extra risings to enhance the yeast part of it.
Could dunk it in a beer
Ew.
before baking.
Ew.
More yeasty.
Ew. No.
No?
So, but it is a very tedious process. Just the kneading of it, or not the kneading of it, but the rolling and cutting and then rolling again. And so,
Yeah.
and the recipe only made 12 buns, but you probably could make them smaller.
Yeah, you know what? With that kind of the way that it's twisted and all that, I would love for it to be more of a chewy dough, like a bagel dough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But
I'm not the
it's-
one cooking it.
No.
So, Ryan, thank you. Now stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's pretty soft, you know.
Look at
That's
her
all the
squishing her
seeds.
buns and dumping sesame seeds in my keyboard.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't even care if it was a computer keyboard. I mean, it's like a music.
it's an actual keyboard.
Yeah, it's a hydrosynth.
I'm dumping them on the desk.
Okay. So now it's come to that time, ladies and gentlemen. What did you learn this week? What did you learn this week, people? You out there. Type it in, type it in, type it in. We'll talk about what we learned this week, and I know what I learned this week.
I learned how to make twisty buns.
You did. You
did?
Your buns are twisted.
Yeah.
So share. What did you learn this week? Where, family? You better start, because no one's gonna type unless somebody jumps in there first of all. So that's it. You learned how to make twisty buns.
No. Can't think of what else
No?
I learned this week. I learned chemistry.
Oh yeah, with the silver.
Well, not just that, but with hope.
That was cool
Yeah,
though.
I keep playing with these Ricolas. Yeah, that's not gonna change anything. Anyway, so okay then.
We have more sitting right
I know,
here.
but
You're making a
you
big
threw
deal
them on
about it.
that.
Like,
Hopefully that didn't go into the. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. Anyway, Hope and I are going through. We've started chemistry. Well, she has started chemistry, but I'm working with her on it. And so, I never took chemistry in high school. I was not a very good student in high school, and I had other things going on and that I was doing, but chemistry was not one of them. Anyway, it's been really fun learning this stuff with her.
Yeah.
I really have enjoyed it, and I learned a lot when we did our video with Amy O'Life.
yeah, we are going to start to try to share a lot more non-big pharma possible help for regular ailments, and they happen to make a silver solution that's amazing, and he explained why. And what was crazy about it is I understood it, and he was talking the chemistry level of it, how the silver it gives up a certain molecule, and it was really crazy. If you didn't see the video, you need to go back because I honestly did not understand it before until we talked to him, and then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
But that's not what I learned this week.
Well, and by helping our daughter with chemistry, helped me to understand what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And honestly, a couple of months ago, I would have glazed over really fast and wouldn't have listened. I would have just tuned him out, which I'm sad to say, because it was hard to understand.
But he made it easy.
But he made it easy to understand. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
So what I learned this week,
yeah.
just drive to another lane and don't worry about seeing the cashier.
Don't talk to the cashier.
Don't talk to the cashier. It's going to be fruitless.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a quick trip. What's the matter?
Hold still. I can't get it if you don't hold still.
What are you trying to get?
Brutus hair.
Oh, man.
He's always everywhere. Ooh, Wendy made the chorizo.
Oh, the
And
chorizo? How'd
they
that
used it
turn
in
out?
mac and cheese.
Oh, that would be excellent.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, my.
Yummy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the evening where it is time for some good news. I am sick of the bad news. Oh, I forgot our smiley face.
Oh, man.
No, it's in there. It's in there. Right there.
I actually have stopped looking at the news channels.
It's depressing.
It really is depressing, and I just get angry.
Well, and guys, look, here's the thing. I do monitor the news, and I'm not advocating that you just go and stick your head under the sand like an ostrich and act like there's nothing going on. But guess what? You don't have to do it 24/7, and you certainly don't need to be addicted to all of this consumption of information as much as these networks want you to believe. They don't. They want you to think everything's bad because you know what? That's good for ratings. And that means more money. That means more advertisers. And the truth is, it's not as bad as they're making it out to be.
Right.
And so, in the spirit of Paul Harvey, the great radio rock star, we're hunting down some good news stories. And we're going to read them for you.
Yep.
And share that. We didn't talk about who's doing what.
You get odds.
I get odds?
You get odds.
Or we'll just start that way.
We'll just start that way. You start on the first one.
All righty. So on your mark, get set. Oh, I start?
Yes.
4 centuries.
Not 4 centuries, but 4 centuries.
4 centuries. Is that a better inflection?
I don't know.
4 centuries. How about we make it like a movie trailer? I forget who said that they like the radio voice. Let's try this on.
You should do it in Nana voice, though.
No, it's got to be radio voice first. For centuries, humans have used greenhouses to help plants grow outside of tolerable conditions.
You don't smoke enough, honey.
No, I don't smoke at all.
Working.
I don't
Well,
smoke.
and you're at the tail end of a cold, so it's still you don't have your full voice yet.
Okay, now I'm going to get to the good stuff. Now, as it turns out, it might be much better if instead of greenhouses, we built red houses. Actually, this is true.
Yeah, I know.
The red spectrum of light stimulates the leaves of plants to produce more chlorophyll. And an Australian ag startup is wielding this basic science to create thick red films to cover existing greenhouses in order to boost plant production beyond what either the sun or greenhouses are capable of. Luminescent light-emitting agricultural films, or LEAF, there's two L's there. That was not a mistake. LEAF was founded by scientists from a partnership between the universities of New South Wales and Western Sydney. Excuse me. They produce and are now testing several different films to increase crop yields, with each one tailored to a different kind of plant. Our luminescent light-emitting agricultural film, LEAF, is designed to supercharge natural sunlight by shifting the natural light into a light spectrum that is more beneficial for plant growth. Company co-founder Dr. Alex Soriadi tells Future Food Systems, our trials indicate potential to increase yield, improve plant cycle, and harvest control. LEAF 620 is a low red spectrum. Oh, wait, here. There's a picture, Mom.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a picture. It's all right. Low red color spectrum to boost photosynthesis and increase production in most plants, while aquatic life plants, LEAF 590 is best choice for applications where light penetrating through water for increased growth rate is required. Far red spectrum light is far better for fruiting trees and flowers, for which LEAF sells two different films, one for production and another for growth, which climb to the 700 nanometer range of the light spectrum. The films are made from special dyes that absorb and diffuse photons from the green spectrum of light and emit it again as red light to increase plant photosynthesis. They reduce the amount of light which the plants can't use, and the diffusion of light they can is done so more evenly and in a way that even reduces shadows. Interesting.
That is interesting.
The plastics can be easily retrofitted to any existing greenhouse structure, and they're very durable. The dyes are 100% biodegradable and carbon-based, containing no metals, while the plastic sheeting is 100% recyclable.
That's awesome.
How about that?
I would love to try that out for them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure
here in Wisconsin? Oh, heck yeah.
I'm sure they have crazy patents on
I would imagine
exactly how they make it and how they do it. But, you know, if you can take something that's already not going to harm the environment, slap it on top of the structure, and then you're going to get more output.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So there we go. One down. What do you think of that good story, huh?
Pretty cool.
La la loaf. Echo Mountain. La la loaf.
Okay, so one of the world's most prolific wildlife sound recordists have released a large collection of his most treasured recordings of wild places to listen to for free on SoundCloud.
I wanted to pause you there because this is cool. It's not necessarily like a human interest story. And you probably don't need to read most of that because it's going to repeat a lot.
Okay.
But I mentioned it because there's probably a lot of people that would like to download this.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to cut you off. I just meant that pay attention.
Right.
Because this is probably going to be something that you want to add to your own collection.
Right. Martin Stewart has recorded nearly 100,000 pieces consisting of 30,000 hours of material spread across 40 countries and that have been used in 150 films and numerous nature documentaries. Some of these include sounds that for the moment at least can't be heard anymore, as they belong to extinct animals or disturbed habitats. Oh, that's neat.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. The project, called Martin Stewart's Listening Planet, was released through Apple Music's Platoon Records and is meant to inspire people to appreciate as well as try and protect. the more delicate part of the natural world, the auditory part. The common assumption is that the older we get, the more slowly we react to external stimuli. If that were so, mental speed would be fastest at the age of about 20 and then decline with increasing age. Dr. von Krauss, a researcher of the Quantitative Research Methods Department, headed by Professor Dr. Andreas Vaub at Heidelberg University's Institute of Physiology or Psychology.
and School of Bakery.
Right.
Sorry.
That is really, really neat. Got to tickle my throat. That is really cool. There's a lot of sounds there.
Yeah, wasn't it 100,000 pieces?
100,000 pieces consisting of 30,000 hours of material.
Across 40 countries.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff too.
I know.
You know, like, have you ever seen in some of the sci-fi films where you'll have an entire wall will be in a scene and it will be like super high definition video, but that's in your house? Mm-hmm. I would love that. Forget TV.
Yeah.
If you could have like alternating environments or soundscapes and different visuals, that would be far better than anything you get on TV.
We have that though in our living room. We've got 3 walls of windows.
Well, we're very blessed that we're surrounded by Northwoods.
Outside, yeah.
We're surrounded by the Northwoods.
Right.
So that is, but you know, it wouldn't be cool to see, you know, deserts or the Arctic.
Actually, I'm thinking I'd probably melt just looking at the desert.
The Tinkerer's wife is looking for a link.
Link.
There is not one listed in this article, so you're going to have to just look it up. Go ahead and
just search Martin Stewart's, and it's Martyn Stewart Stewart's Listening Planet.
So yeah, through Apple Music's Platoon Records. So if you need to look that up again, you can just pause it and come back at a different time. So that said, let's go back to our smiley face. Man, wait. Oh, that needs to go away. This is cool. Okay, this is crazy, and this TV is the Matrix. Okay. Am I gonna do that, or are you gonna do that? I'll do that.
You do that. It's over by you.
Australian ornithologists have stumbled upon an extremely rare cognitive ability that magpies fitting 5 of the birds with little backpack tracking devices. Now, I said that properly, believe it or not. Demonstrating a mix of rescue behavior / altruism and clever problem solving, the magpies saw their friends had a strange metal parasite on them. And within hours, the group had cut them free from almost all of the trackers. Australian magpies live in social groups of up to 12 individuals. They display group behavior through things like defending their territory with swooping and through sharing child-rearing responsibilities with their siblings. When Dominique Potvin, senior lecturer in animal ecology at the University of Sunshine Coast, came up with the unique harness design for her team's GPS trackers, she was excited to gather data and learn how far the magpies travel, whether they have patterns or schedules throughout the day in terms of movement and socializing, and if they have age, sex, or dominance rank affected by their activities. Within 10 minutes of fitting the final tracker, we witnessed the adult female without a tracker and working her bill to remove the harness off of a young bird. So how's that? So your 10 years of research or development, figuring all this,
right,
and in 5 minutes or 10 minutes,
the magpies are undoing it.
They're like, no, you're too stupid for us. Make a better tracker.
Yeah. That's hysterical.
Within hours, most all of the other trackers had been removed. By day 3, even the dominant male group had its tracker successfully dismantled. As well as intelligence, this demonstrates a behavior that is extremely rare in birds, which is the attempt to help another individual out of a period of distress. Wow.
That's hysterical.
Wow. So these
They
birds,
don't like Big Brother watching.
they're like, hey, if I need to go to the bathroom, you don't need to be following me along.
That's right. That's right.
Somebody get this thing off me.
Right. That's hysterical.
So magpies, are they the ones that can vocalize very well?
No, those are minor birds.
Minor birds?
Minor birds.
If these ones are really, it'd be fun to have one
smart.
to train them.
I don't
Maybe what
know.
could you
That
train
beak
them to do?
That beak looks deadly.
Oh,
I mean,
come on.
that looks like it's 2 or 3 inches long.
I don't know. Things go south, you can always, Thanksgiving Day.
Teresa, that's good.
Just stuff them. Stuff them. So, okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's yeah.
Yes.
So,
So,
I think they're smart.
So, yeah, if you guys have been here since the beginning of this video, you guys heard the song that was in the beginning. That was written and recorded by Brad, all by him lonesome, except for the lyrics. God wrote those, and he just put them to music.
It's scripture for
Yes.
memorization.
Yes, and for him to be able to do that, he's got to give up other jobs that he does to support our family, does voiceover work and other recording things. And so you folks who have helped us out on Patreon, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's what it enables me to do.
Right. If you help us out with that, then he is able to write more music, and he puts it on our Patreon page for free.
Yeah.
So it's a huge benefit. It honestly, it encourages our family that you guys do that. It encourages me and the kids, because Brad is making this amazing music.
Oh, thank you.
And we listen to it. The kids and I listen to it all the time. So it's really, really cool. He hates it when he is complimented.
Well, here's the thing. It's for scripture memory.
Yes.
But I try to make the music at least pleasant too, so that it's not like you're listening to like a children's nursery rhyme or something and wanting to just jump out a window because
no kidding.
It's like Barney the dinosaur telling you about Jesus.
Oh my Lord.
That doesn't work out. Never works out.
No.
So
No.
we'll play it again, Teresa. It'll come towards the end.
Yeah, there's one at the end.
Anyway, but if you are one of those folks supporting, thank you, because it really does help us to be able to do this.
Yeah.
And if you're not and you want to be, there's a link down below. All right. That said,
Okay, this story I about fell out of my
going?
chair. Literally fell out of my chair.
you're going. Okay.
I'm going.
You're
It's
going.
mine. An 81 got a tickle in my throat. An 81-year-old man and his dog were on their morning walk around the lake when he lost control of his wheelchair. Soon he was nearly drowning, but man's best friend jumped into action. Harry Smith's electric wheelchair lost traction in the mulch, which caused him to slide down the bank and flip off his wheelchair into the water at Port St. Lucie, Florida. In Port St. Lucie, sorry. Mr. Smith needed help, but he could not swim and struggled to stay afloat. Knowing his owner was in trouble, Sarah Jane began barking like crazy, which alerted 2 bystanders across the street. Edward Schuling and his friend Jacob rushed over to the lake and flagged down a local police officer. When Officer Dottie arrived, he saw Smith submerged up to his neck in the water. The 2 bystanders and Officer Dottie worked together to pull him out of the water and up the bank. Fortunately, he was healthy enough to return home. His electric wheelchair was damaged from tumbling into the water, so the first responders pushed him back to his house, with Sarah Jane wagging her tail all the way back. The saying remains true: a man's best friend is his dog, the Port St. Lucie Police Department wrote. I gave her a treat, grinned Smith. I love her so much.
Yeah.
That was really sweet.
Really
sweet.
I was looking at this picture. First of all, kudos to those officers.
Those chairs are heavy.
I was going to say that must have been really hard, because
Yeah.
we used to live in Florida at one point, and a lot of those lakes, right off the edge of the lake, it gets very muddy.
Very muddy.
And it must have been hard to pull them out. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if what we're seeing is right after. Probably not, because who would be on the scene to take a snap right at as the emergency's ending?
Unless it was one of the bystanders.
Yeah. So anyway, kudos to the officers.
Treasure Rescue. Her nephew lives in Port St. Lucie, and he's a firefighter there.
So
that's cool.
Very cool. So, all right, moving on. Let's see. Is that one? Mm-hmm. Then I think it's that one. Okay. All right. This is amazing, and I am blown away at what miracles modern medicine can do because of God's gift to them, knowledge and ability. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those miracles, guys. This is what it is right here. A mother whose facial let's try that again. A mother whose massive facial tumor left her barely able to eat or breathe is now living a normal life thanks to the charity work of surgeons aboard a ship. Maboaba first noticed a facial tumor in her teenage years, and as she grew older, her condition rapidly worsened. By 2014, it was so big that it began blocking her esophagus and windpipe, leaving her unable to swallow or eat anything bigger than bits of rice or egg or bread. Struggling for air during the night, sadly, emergency surgery in Ghana did not help. After the 29-year-old nearly lost her life on the operating table. But thanks to the arrival of Mercy Ships, a charity which provides medical care, she's now living a happy life. Wow, look at that. Mercy Ships is the largest non-governmental hospital ship in the world, transporting hundreds of volunteer health professionals to more than 57 developing nations since 1978. The Christian-based charity has performed over 100,000 life-saving surgeries and trained 42,000 local nurses and doctors in modern procedures while the ship at port. I remember when I woke up, I was completely transformed, said Maboaba. I was a new person. My family had previously collected money from uncles and grandparents and cousins to send Maboaba to Ghana for emergency surgery, but upon arrival, she was informed that they needed to remove some teeth before completing the surgery, an operation that went horribly wrong. Then the family learned that the hospital ship, Africa Mercy, was scheduled to dock in Togo, and Maboaba would be seen. Those days in my mind was always preoccupied with the tumor. Day and night, I could think of little else. Once aboard the ship, the surgeons were determined to do everything they could for her, and after 9 hours of surgery, they successfully removed that tumor.
Wow.
Praise God. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's amazing, guys.
Yeah, it really is. We have a friend that worked on Mercy Ships.
First name?
Amy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, she worked on Mercy Ships several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? If you're looking for a place to, give when it's, time to unload some cash before the government gets it.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Give it to them. They'll do something good with it,
Yeah. Yeah, Doctors Without Borders does a lot of that too. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, okay, we have, looks like we got two stories left, guys.
Two more.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And?
Okay, even the most cliched screenwriter in Hollywood could be made to feel ridiculous and over the top if they wrote a story with a character called Bass Reeves.
Is it bass or bass?
I don't know.
B-A-S-S.
They're spelled the same.
I know, but one says bass, one says bass.
But they're spelled the same, so I have no idea.
There you go.
Could be bass, could be bass.
Sounds fishy
I'm
to me.
going with bass.
Sounds fishy to me.
And doubly so if it was a character with that was a legendary lawman who was deadly with his revolver. Fortunately, it was reality that produced this real-life Wyatt Earp and not Hollywood. It's worth remembering one of the finest officers of the law who ever wore a badge in this country. Born in 1838, Bass Reeves. Did I say Bass? Yeah, Bass.
That's fine. You just go with it now. Just go with it now.
Bass Reeves made over 3,000 arrests over 32-year career as a deputy marshal and shot down 14 criminals in self-defense in a part of the country where 1/3 of all law enforcement agents were killed by outlaws. A freed slave who knocked his enslaver out during a fight over a card game, Reeves fled to the Indian Territory and lived among the Cherokee, Creeks, and Seminoles until he was freed by the 13th Amendment, after which he moved to Arkansas to start a new life as a farmer. Historians speaking with People magazine detail how he became the first black U.S. deputy marshal west of the Mississippi. Before he was a marshal, though, he was a guide for marshals, as he had learned to speak the languages of many Native American groups. And so this district judge called on him to help track outlaws that would often go and hide out in their territory. Bass was the most prolific law enforcement officer who we've ever had in the United States. David Kennedy, the curator of the United States Marshals Museum, told People magazine. There were lots of places to hide, and outlaws there were always ready to fight, said Art Burton, a Reeves historian. It was the most dangerous area in the Wild West, a real killing field for federal lawmen. Bass basically walked into this valley of death every day for 32 years. According to this pair of historians, along with being part Wyatt Earp, he was also part Sherlock Holmes and part Robin Hood, as he was always kind and considerate with everyone he met, and often donned disguises to improve his reportedly excellent detective skills while hunting fugitives. And if those traits didn't succeed in apprehending his mark, then the Wyatt Earp part would come out, and he could shoot someone down from a quarter mile with his Winchester rifle. He even volunteered to go solo in arresting his own son, found guilty of murdering his wife because he didn't want any other deputies getting hurt. His son came quietly. The historians conclude that it's impossible to know for sure if Reeves was the inspiration for the Lone Ranger, but his legend lives on.
Yeah, you always hear the stories of Wyatt Earp, but this guy was the most successful lawman. I guess he was a marshal then.
He was a marshal.
Marshal. Wow.
Yep.
And especially since he was a freed slave.
He's a deputy marshal.
Deputy marshal. But a freed slave and wow.
Yeah.
That had to take some courage to take your own kid in, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's obvious that the article says that the kid did it, so it's not like he was framed or anything.
No.
But that's amazing.
Right.
So, last story before we jump onto the prepper games, guys, and that is this. This is crazy. I'll just read it. So here, he goes away, and then whenever that's time.
Which one?
There might be more than one picture for this, actually. I think there are. You might just use the mouse when it works.
Will do that.
Scott Thompson accidentally fell out of his boat while in the Pacific Ocean. He watched his boat sail off into the distance from the middle of the frigid Santa Barbara Channel. Oof. Lost at sea with no land in sight, Thompson was sure these were his final moments on Earth. I thought to myself, great, this is how I'm going to die. Today is the day I'm going to die, he told ABC C7 Eyeball News. Thoughts of his family helped him find the will to survive. Just keep swimming. You got to get home to your family, Thompson kept telling himself. I was just devastating myself through my mind, just picturing my girls and my son growing up without me. And my wife, not having a husband to support her. I wasn't thinking about sharks or anything like that until I heard this splash. The splash was a seal that Thompson described as an angel that had come to help him. It was medium-sized harbor seal, Thompson said. The seal would go underwater, and he came up and nudged me like a dog comes up and nudges your leg. Did it know? Like, hey, this human is in trouble. Hey, keep going, dude, he said. After being pushed along by the seal, Thompson felt determined to swim to the nearest oil platform, which was far, but closer than land. You got to make it to the platform because you have no choice, Thompson told himself. Freezing and exhausted, he finally reached the platform 5 hours later. There is another picture there. 5 hours later, crews aboard the oil platform rendered aid. The Coast Guard got him to the hospital where Thompson was treated for hypothermia and more. Even putting on a wetsuit, being prepared, getting in the water, and swimming to the platform was horrendous. Channel Watch Marine Paul Armorall said, I can't imagine being in the water with shorts and a t-shirt all night. There was no moon, and I mean it was pitch black.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know how I would not be able to do that.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But, you know, you hear about that stuff where a whale will come up and save the day or...
Yeah. Or dolphin or something like that, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you remember, this is kind of not the same thing, but it has to be a few months ago. We actually read a story about a guy who was just swimming. He was doing underwater swimming, and a whale came up and swallowed him straight up like Jonah.
Oh, that's right.
And then it spit him out just a little bit later.
Yeah.
That he actually got swallowed by a whale and shot out through the blowhole.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
and there was a witness that saw it. Yeah.
Jeez.
So, all righty, ladies and gentlemen, good news stories for the evening. Hope you enjoyed them. Now, it's come to that time. Oh, yeah, it's time.
Seal harbored no malice. I wouldn't know malice.
Your marker said, here we go. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to sharpen your prepper skills. Think of it as like extreme recycling. Maybe that should be like an Olympic.
New game show. Extreme recycling.
Yeah, it's basically prepping.
Yeah.
What in the heck could I possibly do with this thing that's not its original or intended use? So here's how it works. We're going to show you an item, and then you've got to say what you could use it for that's not what it's actually intended to use. Or be used.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay?
So what are our items?
There's your first one, baby. So on your mark, get set, start typing. You get cool points for most creativity, right? And we will salute you and award cool points. And your mark is set, go. It is that. A 9-volt battery. So what could you use a 9-volt battery for that's not to power a device?
I have no idea. I have this weird...
That one still got some charge.
I got this weird... Okay, so to test these, you may know, if you just touch it to your tongue...
It'll give you a little zap.
Gives a little zap. I can just be looking at it and feel the zap.
I don't know.
It's totally psychosomatic. I know it is. It's not like I can see it, but...
Fire starter, Delaney B, totally first one in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can...
Steel wool.
Yeah, you can touch it right to steel wool, and it goes up real hot, just like that.
Yeah, you actually have to be careful storing these, that you don't leave them in a drawer where there is steel wool.
Playing the bass.
Playing the bass.
What would you throw? Would you throw it at the bass to make it go bong?
No.
Kaplong.
No, isn't playing the bass a little slimy? I don't know.
To start a fire, tongue zapper, wake up your husband. Ooh, there's that. Now we're talking creative.
Yeah.
Filling tester. Oh, that's fun. Sling stone. Yeah, you could chuck it at somebody.
Yeah. You could put this in a sock.
You could tip a cashier who says, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, you could put a few of them in a sock.
They did that in the Marine Corps.
I know, but that was with
with
soap.
soap.
Yeah, these might hurt a little bit more.
I never was on the receiving end of it.
Yeah. Put it under the short leg of a table. There you go.
Throw it at someone's head. Oh my graciousness, goodness in every bite, the violence. What is that channel like?
Building blocks.
I'm just teasing.
That's funny.
Building
You
blocks.
have to glue them together.
Prison weapons as the crazy cells. Okay, guitar pick. Ooh, you probably could use this as a slide. If you, I mean,
It's a little small.
Yeah, a
It needs
couple.
to be longer.
I don't know.
You can put two together and then it could be a good slide.
All right, you guys ready? We've got 2 more items, so you got to be super creative. What is the unintended use for this item? Get ready to type. Your mark. Get set. Go. Don't say tape things together.
No.
Can't say tape things together.
No.
By the way, this is probably the best.
Yeah, and that's why it's up here, because it's not cheap either.
The kids
Stuff
will use it.
Yeah, the kids use it for building stuff.
Duct tape.
So
What's the other thing that you could use for duct tape?
reset a gas station pump.
Could you do that?
I don't-
That's amazing.
No, it's a MacGyver thing.
I know, but I like it. I like it.
Does stuff with duct tape and batteries.
I like it.
Yeah. Muffle my singing. That's
Make a boat. You could.
Mm-hmm.
Emergency bandit.
Band-Aid.
I see guys with that all the time. Making cats cry. I don't want to know.
no.
Hair removal. Yes. There you go. Go to the seal windows, make clothes, wallets. You guys are coming up with some cool stuff. One of the best babysitters known to man. I'm assuming that the bulletproof pastor is suggesting to tape a child to the floor. I'm not.
I've threatened the kids that I would do that, but I've never actually done that.
Jesse, spare tire for a Honda Civic. Love it. That's nice.
Prom dress.
I've seen people do that.
I've seen people do that, yeah.
Hair remover.
Bracelet. I've seen people make purses out of this stuff. Honestly,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. That's just
Go-kart wheel, Lola granola. Barter.
Lint remover.
Oh, man, barter.
it might remove a little bit more than just the lint, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Handcuffs. It's easy to get out of, though.
I can actually break out of it.
Yeah,
And I can show
can't.
you how to break out of it.
I can't.
Well, you can if you just got to be.
You
You got to be fast and hard.
I don't have a lot of
Like
upper
if
body
somebody,
strength.
wraps around here, what you do, and we've actually have videos on it. It's old.
Yeah.
Even Hope has done it.
And she was little.
And if you just pull and jerk as hard as you can this way, and it'll rip right through it.
Yeah. It does rip off the hair, though, on your wrists.
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody's tied you up, you're gonna not care about the hair on your wrists.
Yeah.
So,
Funny.
all right, last one, guys. This one's gonna be the most challenging.
My gosh.
Excuse me. All right, do you want to grab that, or I'll... Ready? Last one of the evening. The crazy robotic stuffed chicken.
It doesn't work anymore. The batteries are
Batteries are dead. He used to walk around and do the chicken dance. So
Does it
yeah,
take 9 volts?
yeah, it does take 9. No, I don't think so. The paracord doesn't count.
No.
Paracord doesn't count.
No.
So crazy robotic chicken.
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. Bummer.
And
And it would go and it would choke.
Yes, it would.
It was funny.
A decoy. There's a button on its wing. You can use it to scare someone. A dog toy. There you go.
It doesn't work.
Put it in a
Bummer.
pillowcase for a prison weapon.
My goodness, Mike.
There's always going to be prison weapons.
Hide your valuables in it. There's a little hole in here.
Drive your wife insane. What kind of... I think they took double A's, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's just it's screwed shut.
Jess, test some tannerite.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
Decoy.
I might have to do that.
A chicken coop guard. Food. Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Scarecrow substitute on your poster garden. Yeah, okay. Put a battery in the chicken. Yeah.
Coyote bait.
Target practice. Put it in the White House. It would do a better job. What did I say? Did I say that?
No, you didn't say that.
I didn't say nothing.
No, you didn't say nothing.
I didn't say
I don't know
nothing.
what you're talking about.
Nope. Because we don't get political here now, do we?
Sure. Sure we don't.
Sure we don't.
Sure we don't. Include it in vacation photos like Flat Stanley.
Oh, that's a good
Excellent
idea.
idea.
Mrs. T for the win, I think. Throw it at the next gas station attendant that says, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Here, I've got a toy for you.
Wham. Yeah. Oh my
Was that
heavens.
me? Was that? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Lola Granola. Appreciate that.
Oh my gosh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the scoop. There are 252 of you here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
243, I'm seeing.
Well, it says 256 over there. Anyway, in the morning at 8:30 Central Time, we do, or rather I do, a Bible study. It's really interactive. It's light. There's no arguing. There's no fighting. It's a lot of fun. We have a wide range of chronological age groups, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yes.
We just go through the Word. We read it. We unpack it. That's on the Big Family Devotions channel. So it's separate from this one. It's Big Family Devotions. That's 8:30 a.m. Central. And if you come, I guarantee you're going to have a good time
Yes.
and probably learn something. And besides, I mean, we get to hang out longer, so that's cool. So those of you guys who are wanting to know one of the songs, the scripture songs, we're getting ready to play it. But that said, thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out.
It's been fun. It's a wild and crazy time. I had to literally laugh out loud. Well, I didn't literally laugh out loud.
What happened?
But Empty Hammock said, really twisted new Toy Story character.
It does gag when you pick it up.
It does.
It goes,
We're going to have to put new batteries in it. Test it out.
yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
have a great night, guys. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow in the AM. Bye.
Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God. It is he who made us and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him, bless his name. For the Lord is good, his steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. I will sing of your steadfast love and justice to you, O Lord. I will make music, I will ponder the way that is blameless. Oh, when will you come to me? I will walk with integrity of heart within my house. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him, bless his name. I will not set before my eyes anything that is worthless. I will not set before my eyes anything that is worthless. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him, bless his name. For the Lord is good, his steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him, bless his name. For the Lord is good, his steadfast love